different globals or semi-globals with the Pantheon and the Talia, and having the Seri being very safe on mid-wave together with the Renata, they can really be really creative in the mid-game and try to attack.
Onto the champion that you've hit that morning mist on.
Razork.
He's fine. No way he gets caught here.
He's not fine.
No way! Oh, he has to flash. Okay, maybe he does get caught here. There's the charm follow-up. Aegis Assault not going to block any damage. Skewmon on the board for G2.
That
Lane
ward
still has his flash, but just burn his teleport with the wave pushing in. Should be able to catch it. Labrov was roaming up towards mid and is caught out by all of Fnatic. Upset. Gets Fnatic's first of game 2.
That's good until way later into the game, so really, really nice display of the individual mechanics by Oscar, but the action never stops.
Again, like Skewmon and Labrov invading together here, but Caps is nowhere near them. Seismic shove, Skewmon dashes forward, and Fnatic immediately collapse. We talk about disjoint center sacking every 20. You get more of those stats. Wallop coming out from Broken Blade into the Dark Procession. He's in the cage. The Maiden chasing him down as well, but with Skewmon on his way, Oscar realizes he might be the one in a little bit of danger. Labrov coming around the corner as well. There's the Cyclone. Oscar will be taken out. Bailout won't save him. Grand Starfall coming in immediately into the hook. Razzle dive forward. Looking for Skewmon, who flashes away himself. The Riptide from Labrov will get the slow into the concussive blows as well for a bit more CC. Labrov trying to get in range to maybe hook himself away. Flashes away. There's the hook, and he manages
time to space him away from the Pantheon and powered Q and got out there with the nick of his life.
Upset going in. Oh, last embrace. Killed a minion there, so immediately propped onto Upset. He couldn't chase any further forward with that crash. Burst lightning. Caps now going in onto Humanoid. Seismic shove going to try and get him away. Humanoid does still have flash here. Will he use it? The answer is a definitive no. G2.
This is one of your best timings. Look.
Steel Caps for Oscar in though. Caps caught out a little bit here. Skewmon's going to dive forward onto Humanoid. Weaver's Wall coming out. Skewmon able to survive for the moment with the Seismic shove coming back. He has no escape. Fnatic find their third. Oscarinin was gnawed underneath the tower, and now Broken Blade can try and chase him in the mini form. Oscarinin has a few of those minions to help him out. Flashes forward, maybe thinking he could land the last rites to get that extra health, but was unable to do so.
A great spacing from Broken Blade, and with the Ninja Tabites, as I like to call them. Sorry, the Split Steel Gap they're called right now, but really good spacing keeps Oscarinin away, and he tries to get the last little healing with the Q flash, but doesn't end up mattering. And as we said, no Maiden means no all-in threat, and this is Broken Blade's avenue.
And although it's been a very bloody affair, Fnatic have actually got the rule of the roost in terms of the first neutral objectives. You can see gold basically even, but 3 grubs and the first Drake over to Fnatic.
I just love the fact that I feel like everyone is skill checking each other in game 2.
That hook! But Mickey's waiting around the corner. Caps coming in as well with the TP, but Labrov has backup. Humanoid dies. The bailout won't save him. The charm lands onto Mickey. Labrov takes the first kill, lands the hook for Caps to follow up to take number 2. There's the assist for Skewmon, there's the kill for Caps.
To provide that additional bit of safety, the flash from Broken Blade.
Into the Gnar, into the ward. There's the follow-up with the Cyclone, but the Dark Procession locks them both in place. Broken Blade, Goomba stomps his way towards Oscar in second Cyclone hits, and that's the Maiden lost again for Oscar.
And the Maiden is widowed, and his Yorick falls down now. They actually don't have the grubs, but still this is really nice for Broken Blade. He's gonna look to get some plates there with the Demolish proc with the grasp, and when he gets that Trinity Force, this Gnar's gonna become a menace.
Also, takeover lands with the Berserk. Razzle going in for a little bit more CC. Caps has no flash, no Spirit Rush, but maybe the charm's enough for him. Aegis Assault from Razzle will get the shutdown. Meanwhile, the Brob caught underneath the tower. Mickey and Humanoid healthy enough to keep chasing in. Upset with the Lightning Crash, looking for a bit more damage on Unsummer. He has to flash away. The Brob looking for the CC on Mickey, but he can't find it. Humanoid takes the tower, and Upset manages to escape.
We've got 12 kills in 12 minutes.
Let's go!
The gold remains even, but Fnatic and G2 are going for each other's throats here in game 2. The tower looking to fall. There will be no response from G2, and that's going to be first tower blood secured by Fnatic.
Boom. G2 don't have control of that river right now. They're trying to get control of the mid-wave. Labrov hooks forward. Shaken back with the handshake. There's the hostile takeover as well, but it doesn't really find anything. Flash hook! The spark surge not enough. There's a death charge follow-up, bailout on Upset, but no one's low enough for him to really utilize it. Mickey has to flash away. Razzle now in the midst of 3. Another good handshake on the Skewmon. Another good hook from Labrov. These Qs aren't missing. Humanoid dies to Caps in a 1v1.
You're seeing Oscar trying to put pressure down on the sideline, but he's also starting to struggle. Caps, though,
Caps is dead. Yeah, there's no real escape from that.
Not much that he can do about that one. Razork using his ultimate to find that
Oscar has a flashback. TP behind him as Brokenblade looks for the Gnar. We'll have the one follow-up, so we'll get the one for nil so far. Humanoid coming in. Brokenblade doesn't really have any tools to escape this. Humanoid looking for the chase.
I think he has the
fights,
damage.
wallops forward. There's the seismic sharp, and Brokenblade has his jump back up, crunches his way to safety.
It's the solo laners of G2 stepping up with Brokenblade with a solo kill, Caps with a solo
Mickey
kill.
has no flash. Like, there's no way Mickey survives this. It will be Hansama who secures the kill, or Skewmon actually that gets it.
Brokenblade, Labrov, and Caps, Micro, what am I saying? Micro is just so strong right now. Oh,
I 100% agree with you, and G2 are just constantly putting their foot on the gas, but Brokenblade maybe went a bit too early. Dawning Shadow enough to shield him, but he's hit with a spear from Razork. Now the Aegis Assault coming out, Labrov, it's another hook. They're going to target Humanoid first, but he has a stopwatch. The Seeker's enough, the hostile takeover still hits the Berserk. Now Labrov left out to dry as Oscar and Mickey close in. Upset, looking to jump across the wall as soon as we praise G2. Fnatic find 2 in response.
Humanoid and Razork getting massive outplay in a two.
From the Wolves, couldn't get there in time, so it's a tier 2 in the top lane for Fnatic. Riftel charging in the bot side. Upset is here to try and defend, but Caps and Skewmon might make him think otherwise. Tier 1 in the mid lane, so 2 towers to 2 towers exchanged across the map.
Yeah, but really good response by G2 there to actually realize, oh, we really messed up. We went a bit too early to Dragon. Let's put the Herald down bot and get those towers so at least we can trade the gold back somewhat. Brokenblade looking to drop that top lane wave and actually move down for this Drake. It really looks like G2 wants to fight this.
Oh, Caps with the charm onto Mickey would chunk him out, about half HP. The Celestial opposition, keeping him tanky enough for the moment. Fnatic started up the Drake, it's at 5,000. Hansama stepping forward, another charm. Hostile takeover though from Mickey Buffered. The smite goes down, it's Skewmon who secures it. Razork going in, there's the Dawning Shadow as well. And look at the seals with the Cyclone coming out onto Razork and Oscar in. Another charm onto Oscar, he's going to die. Brokenblade going back in. Another hook from Labrov lands and he manages to walk away with 50 HP. Upset dashing forward and Caps still has a spear of us to spare. Razork flashes in, Upset kept them on the edge, and now the Grand Starfall for the chase on the Skewmon. But Razork's gone way too deep, way too fast. The Aegis Assault doesn't last for ages. 23 minutes. The Drake secured for G2, puts them on 2. Humanoid now, though, does still have the flash. Dash in from Skewmon. Good seismic shove as Mickey's caught up towards the top side. Humanoid able to escape. Mickey does not have that same luxury. Caps on the chase. Weaver's Wall out from Humanoid, but Caps is looking for Razork instead. The charm. We'll say it missed. It definitely missed. The question is, was Caps playing the mind games or with Razork just walking away safely? Skewmon's going to start up the Artakan here. By his lonesome, did have the clone to help him out. Caps walks through all of the rings of Artakan's damage there just to put himself a little bit lower in case a Fnatic decided to fight. They won't. The Artakan will go to G2. Oscar is still pushing in that top side.
My goodness. So in terms of state of the game, Hansama finds himself at 82 stacks at about 24 minutes, and he's only going to continue to scale as Labrov fishes for a hook.
Once again, there's the charm as well onto Razork. Labrov falling low. Hostile takeover coming out. Labrov survives for a long time, but in the end, Upset takes him down. And the TP in from Brokenblade slams Fnatic against the wall. There's the charm to follow up. G2 just obliterate Fnatic.
It's a beautiful team fight from G2 as they get themselves the ace. Another hook from Labrov. Yes, he's died 5 times, but he has made those
They
deaths.
find a massive cyclone on all the players and really helped Brokenblade find this Gnar because they're all knocked up in the air and they're all stuck together, and it's just a really clean up from the Gnar.
And Baron on spawn for G2 out of it. A clean fight from G2 leads to them ballooning this gold lead. 4K ahead right now. Caps will have a Zhonya's as he recalls. The tower in the top side falls. No one there to hear it, but it definitely did go down. Caps
From many teams all around the world, but sometimes simplifying the draft makes it that much easier to execute, and they've had a lot more individual agency, and they've been making a ton of plays. Razork currently staring down the face of his first loss on this champion so far this split, as G2 with the Baron lays siege to the tier 3 towers.
Charm goes wide there from Caps. Brokenblade just shepherding a minion in the mid lane. Upset's going to try and deal with that. Has 2 items on this Zeri. Caps, though, goes in with the charm and down goes Upset. Had the opportunity to flash, but didn't use it. Perhaps didn't see over that wall as Caps finds his mark, and Labrov says anything you can do, I can do too. Flash hook on Humanoid, he'll fall as well. Hansama pushing in here, the Maiden will keep them at bay for the moment, but Oscar's now slowed with a piercing darkness, and G2 are adding another name to the list. Oscar falls. It's all on Razork and Mickey to try and defend. They have the hostile takeover, that Renata ultimate may be enough to buy them a few seconds, but they need 15 before Upset respawns.
So only the Nexus Tower's left standing. Razork, I don't think he can defend this.
He was charmed, he was walloped, he was gnarred into the wall. The handshake on Broken Blade will cause him to fall. Mickey finds one, gets that shut down, gets the gold. Mickey still holding on, looking for it. The burst lightning coming out from Upset won't be enough. G2 will even out the series 1-1.
And G2 fight back in game